If you're a fitness professional who is keen to increase the number of leads you generate for your business, then this video is for you. My name is Andrew Wallis. I'm the owner of Fitness Marketing Blueprints and andrewwallis.com. And today I want to go through one of the videos in my series, Fitness Marketing 101, and that's how to create a lead magnet. And I've designed this so that a step-by-step guide. So what are we going to cover in this session today? Well, firstly, what exactly is a lead magnet? Then I'll explain why I believe you need one and should have one, where it fits into what we call your client value optimization process. Essentially, that's just your marketing funnel. The importance of what I term traffic temperature. We'll look at the 5 steps creating your first lead magnet. I'll give you some examples of lead magnets that I've seen work within the fitness industry. Then I'll share what you need. I'll give you a checklist so that you can start in the process of building out your lead magnet. And then there's some Q&A, which essentially gives you the option to be able to comment below. And I'll also give you my contact details so that we can follow up and deal with any particular questions you might have. But first of all, let's talk about what it is. What is a lead magnet? And as you can see, I've pulled out a definition that it's a noun. It's an irresistible bribe. I don't like the word bribe, but it's an irresistible item of value, which, as it says, offers a specific chunk of value to a prospect in exchange for their contact information. They're giving something of extreme value to them, their name and their email address, potentially even their phone number. But in order to do so, we've got to give something of value to them, and that's what the process is in providing them a lead magnet. And the goal of the lead magnet is to maximize the number of targeted leads you're getting for the particular offer that you're putting into play for your business. And it's the first step in what we call the client value optimization process. So why do we need one? Well, as I say, any service business or any business full stop, but specifically fitness business owners, be you a mobile PT, be you a boot camp operator, maybe you've got your own fitness studio, or you're a gym owner, or you're have a yoga or Pilates studio. No matter what field or what niche you're in, you need to be able to, on a consistent basis, generate leads for your business, giving you the opportunity to get to know these folks, get to understand their pain points, what those health and wellness issues they want to overcome, so that you can then showcase the services you offer with the goal of them becoming clients of yours, be it in person at a physical location, or be it online if you do online training. But the key is a lead magnet is the primary focus when it comes to driving leads into our business. It's a great tool to have into play. So where does it fit into our client value optimization funnel, our CVO? Well, as you can see on this image here on the screen, the lead magnet sits immediately below what we call our traffic sources. So what's a traffic source? Well, essentially, it's where you're visible, and that's primarily on social media platforms, but equally, you'll have your websites. Well, at least I hope you have a website. You need to have your own fully owned digital home, and that's more often than not your personal website, your business website. But equally, we're on social media. So the social media platforms you're on will be determined by the ones that you're most comfortable on, of course, but equally the ones that your clients or intended clients, your prospects, use on a day-to-day basis. So as you can see on this, we've got Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, blogging. That's for content marketing on your website. We use SEO to drive traffic to our website for people doing searches on the likes of Google and Bing and so on and so forth. But equally, your traffic sources might be affiliate products or what we call joint ventures with businesses that complement the services you offer. So, as a PT, for example, I had joint ventures and I networked with businesses where I knew my target audience was. So it was nutritionalists, it was um, fitness equipment stores, it was hairdressers, it was massage spas and the likes. So they make good affiliate options or joint venture partnerships. Could even, and of course referrals, both client referrals and business referrals play their part as well. But equally, workshops or online webinars or masterclasses, much like this is, they all play their role in attracting traffic, gives us the chance to showcase our skills, our expertise, our authority on our topic of choice, and our call to action, what do we want that prospect to do next? Then that's where the lead magnet comes in. Here's something of value. Um, Give me your contact details and I will send that out to you. That's what the lead magnet does. It then flows down into, again, I'm not a big fan of the word tripwire, but we can have upsell offers. You can have your core product or service that gets offered to them. And these offers go out to them generally in follow-up email sequences where we can increase the added value we give. We can educate, we can demonstrate, we can inform, we can entertain through our follow-up content. We're building a relationship with this prospect so that ultimately they look to want to invest in the services that we have to offer. But I want you to keep in mind, success comes from a strong foundation. And in this instance, your foundation is your audience. Without an audience, we don't have anything. Um, um, I hate to break it to you. Kevin Costner is one of my favorite actors, but he lied to us in Field of Dreams. If you've not seen that film, the quote was, "Build it and they will come." He had this field and built a baseball stadium. But using that analogy, that doesn't happen. We can have our business, but if nobody knows who we are, what we do, and who we serve, and what we offer, then the tumbleweed is rolling across. So we need a strong foundation. We need an audience to be able to connect with. But when it comes to that audience and connecting with them, there's different types of people. They're going along what we call the client journey at different speeds, and they're at different touch points. We call this traffic temperature, which I'll come to in a second. But essentially, it's cold, warm, and hot. And I liken this to the traffic light system. You've got red, amber, and green. And although hot generally would be red, we're going to have hot as green here. Ready to go. The cold audience, they don't know who we are. They perhaps are even unaware of a particular health and wellness issue that they have. But at whatever point of time, they become aware of the problem. And that's when they turn to social media or they turn to doing a search on Google to see if there is a solution out there. And when they find that there is, And if you've got your website optimized accordingly, and on your website on a page, perhaps it's a blog post or it's a video or some content you've curated based around that problem and showcasing the services that you offer as being the solution to that problem, well, suddenly you moved somebody from being cold to being warm in the process. As they read and they learn more about your product, and can see that it's the perfect solution to the problem that they're having, uh, they're product aware, and they're moving then into, hey, tell me more about how, Andrew, how you can help me with this. And this is where you would get them booked into either a strategy session to find out more about them, into your discovery or consultation process, or even if it's a low cost service you're offering, like a group training class or something, then they might be ready to buy right out the gate. So that, but each of them, each prospect moves along this pathway, and at any time a prospect is at different points of this, and if they're at a particular point, there's certain things that we can and can't say to them, and that's where the traffic temperature piece comes into play, as you can see. So I've got that mapped out again. That so the cold audience, generally people that've never heard of you. Cool, they might be aware of you and might consider using your business. Warm, they know you and they may have taken a free trial or bought one of your low cost items. You know, they're kicking the tires, they're trying you out on that side. But when they get to hot, they're raving fans. They're already clients. They love what you do and everything that you bring out. You know, they're telling people about it, and they are, you know, buying those additional elements into play. So hopefully by now you're getting an idea of the importance of having a lead magnet, and that, you know, there's different traffic temperatures, so different offers are going to resonate with people depending on where they are within that client journey. So let's talk about the 5 steps to creating your first lead magnet. First of all, and this goes without anything when it comes to our business, we have to choose our buyer persona. You may have also heard of these as client avatar, your ideal target client, and so on and so forth. Because I remember when I first started, I became a PT back in 2004. Yes, I am a dinosaur. I've been around the block a few times. Sometimes feels it in the morning as well. But enough of my story. Um, Looking at your buyer persona, um, I remember when I started, I was getting referrals from friends and family when they first learnt that I'd qualified as a PT. That was great, but it was only when I realised that there was a particular type of client I enjoyed working with, and that had the suitable skills to be able to help them overcome their health and wellness problem. That's when I was able to dial into that particular niche. Um, Create my message that would resonate with them, because it was talking directly to that person as opposed to a broad, generic audience. So it increased the value in the services that I had to offer. They wanted to work with me. It's key that you understand who your buyer persona is. And just a touch point on that, yes, you can have more than one buyer persona. You know, I had 3 or 4 in my business. You know, I had the uh, busy professionals. I had the women that enjoyed working out in group training classes, and I had my online training clients as well, both male and female. Male over 50s, and it was females 35 to 45. So I had these different 4 different personas that were a thing. But each time I was coming to do my marketing for that one specific persona, it made it so much easier to speak to them directly with a message that resonated with them, because I was talking their language. And that's why that's step 1. Step two, then we have to identify what we call your value proposition. Um, we've got the four elements of this matrix here to help you define what your personal value proposition is, so that it's going to resonate with your target, your audience, your buyer persona. First out the gate is, why are you unique, and so how do we realize that? Well, first of all, think about who are your competitors. Now, a big eye opener for me was that not necessarily who I thought myself were my competitors, but who are my ideal prospects, my buyer personas? Who are they perceiving are my competition? There can be two different aspects there. But what do you have that no one else has? It could be your personality, it could be the actual training protocol that you put into play, it could be your program design. It could be that you just go the extra mile, or you've stood in their shoes. You've experienced success along the same path that they're following. But we have to determine what we have that no one else has, because otherwise, if we don't address all of these, they're going to just compare you to your competitors, and if they can't see any significant differentiation, then they're just going to go for the cheapest option, and that's never the best way forward for our success and ultimately theirs as well. Another thing with your uniqueness is what characteristics are exclusive to your product and service. So if you can document just some bullet point notes on each of them, you're able to use that in your messaging to really amplify why you are unique. Similarly, why are you the expert? Let's draw in and lean into the experience you bring to the table. As I say, I've been around the block now. I qualified in 2004 as a PT, so 20 years experience, and changing and enhancing and really honing my craft. That there's an element there that's going to be attractive to my target audience. Similarly, when I'm working with over 50s professionals, and being that age myself, then they feel comfortable around that, as opposed to somebody that's maybe newly qualified, 19, 20, 21 year old coach. Not to say that a younger coach is not good at their craft. Of course, they will be if they've got the right education. But all I'm saying is that bringing experience to the table, that's a significant asset to have in your toolkit. What expertise are your clients seeking? Goes into play, and ultimately this all leads to, why should you be trusted? The third is, what problems do you solve? And this is, who is your target market? Who is that buyer persona that you're looking to attract for this particular service? If you say, which a number of my clients have said to me in the past, I work with any client. I'm happy to train anybody. Well, hey, that's not defining that target. It makes our messaging bland. It's very vanilla. It's not going to attract anybody. We need to zero in on our area of expertise, what our niche is, and who our target market is. What tasks do you simplify? It can be challenging for somebody who's new to health and wellness, getting into shape. They don't know where to start. But if you can showcase the simple steps they need to take, and that you're going to guide them by the hand, then that's going to resonate so much with them. And how do you make life easier for them? Well, hey, again, we're taking them by the hand, we're holding them accountable, we're giving them the support they need. And you might even have like a private community on Facebook that they can correspond with and communicate with your other clients, so that you're building that community, you're building that tribe that know I can trust you. And the fourth element is, what needs do you satisfy? So, what opportunities do you offer your clients? Is it perhaps you offer a hybrid coaching model where you're working with them in person, maybe once a week, but then they've got the program that they can do through an app that they follow themselves at home or in the gym on their own for the rest of the week, and they report back their progress through that app. Talk about how you improve your client's life and job. I've worked with a significant number of lawyers in the past. They wanted to have clarity of mind when they were in the courtroom. They wanted to feel confident in the courtroom and being in good shape and being confident about the way they look, gave them the confidence and that aura within the courtroom to be able to do their job as effectively as they can. And then, what energy savings do you provide? What benefits are they getting from working with you when it comes to health and wellness? All of these elements will play their part so you can really stand out from your perceived competition. And not a lot of us do this. So the time you spend on thinking about these questions will go a long way to really standing out and then enabling you to create the perfect lead magnet that's going to resonate with that audience. Step 3 is quite simply give your lead magnet a name. I've got more examples, more specific for you, but this is just one of the many lead magnets I've created over the past few years for my own business. It's a fitness marketing checklist, as you can see on there. So it becomes compelling and of interest to a particular audience. Funnily enough, potentially you watching this today. From there, we want to then choose what type of lead magnet you're going to offer. So again, I've got some examples here of the ones that I look to offer with for the likes of yourself. I've got the marketing checklist, as we said. I've got a fitness marketing cheat sheet. If you're stuck on what your next step is with building and growing your business, I've got the next step cheat sheet. I've got a weekly game plan to help you with your time management and planning out to get traction with building your business, and so on and so forth. So that gives you an overview of how they can look. And all these images are ones that I've used and will use for promoting the items I have when it comes to amplifying the message about what I bring to the table to my target audience. But enough for me. Let's look about creating your lead magnet, and that's step 5. So where do you start? Well, put out 9 potential lead magnet ideas to get the creative juices flowing for you. One might be a 5-day detox or a 3-day metabolic jumpstart meal plan. They work extremely well. Perhaps doing as I'm doing here, recording a workshop. I've done them in the past on fat loss and nutrition. More so, they were in-person workshops, but these days, doing it as we're doing here, I'm recording this in Canva, built the slides in Canva, I'm recording in Canva. You can also do it using whatever screen sharing video you look to use. You could do it on video if you're comfortable in front of camera that can go up onto YouTube or whatever as well. There's a whole manner of ways that you could potentially do this. Won't go through each of these, but you can see them on the list here. But great lead magnet ideas for the fitness and health and wellness industry are checklists, cheat sheets. Maybe there's a video of a workout. Maybe there's a workout PDF that someone can download. Maybe there's a new nutrition plan or a grocery shopping list. How to build your home gym a PDF workbook or things along those lines work extremely well. The acronym I like to use when we come to building lead magnets is SAGE. I credit this to a mentor of mine, Taki Moore, $1 Million Coach. That's the first time I heard of that acronym, SAGE. S is short, A is actionable, G is goal orientated, and E is easy to use or easy to consume. Gone are the days where people will download, or well, they'll still probably download them, but gone are the days when they're going to actually consume a PDF that's 100 pages, 200 pages long. We just don't have time. I don't know about you, but I've downloaded so many different um, lead magnets in the past, which certainly resonated with me. I was interested in them, downloaded them, opened them, looked through the first couple pages. Yes, I'll come back to that, but then life gets in the way. We forget about it, and they don't get consumed. So the lead magnets we want to be consuming should be short, actionable, goal orientated, or easy to consume. And ideally, 1 or 2 pages, and maybe no more than 5 pages if you're doing like a PDF. If it's a video, make them short, maybe in terms of the 3-day metabolic jumpstart. Let's say that was a video series, maybe they're 3 to 5 minute videos or something that are done over the course of 3 days. So they're really easy for that person to consume. But hopefully they give you some ideas. Moving on from that, here's some examples that I've pulled that I've seen that have worked extremely well. The first one being the Mega Mad method of unconventional fitness. What a cracking title that is. And it's just a series of some great content that's going to resonate with that target audience on what's deemed to be unconventional fitness. Second one here, the yoga studio there. Just that was showing you how you can put together just some straightforward video content that they get access to. Once they've registered, you can send them out via email with the link that goes to wherever you host that video, be it Vimeo, be it YouTube, or be it on another platform. Summer Shape Up Challenge, challenges. Everyone loves a good challenge, and that's just a one-page one on there as an example. One I didn't mention actually, which is a great lead magnet, are quizzes. What is your fitness IQ here? That's an example there. And there's a whole heap of software out there that are relatively straightforward to use and affordable to invest in as well. That can be utilized and built and can drive significant traffic to your site if you pick up the right quiz format. So don't forget to consider quizzes as well. But 4 elements there. What do you need to get this started? Well, you need your lead magnet created, first of all. I would suggest creating the concept, but then depending on your expertise in crafting out good design, if you're like me, you're not that good at it, then outsource it. I've got a great assistant I use, Angeline. She's fantastic. Actually, she put this slide deck together for me. I gave her the outline. She put it together. She does my Instagram. She does my lead magnets and so on and so forth. She loves graphic design. She's good at it, and it enables me to then focus on my areas of strength and expertise in the actual coaching or working directly with clients. And it's same with you. You've got a busy client list, or that's what you're drawing towards, and having a full book of clients that you're working with on a day-to-day basis. But marketing's important. We've got to, as a business owner, we've got to market our services to keep our pipeline of prospects busy so that we can keep growing our business. So it's important to find good freelancers or assistants that we can delegate items to, like the building of your lead magnet, so that you can get that put together and ready for release. When it comes to release, the second step is we need a lead capture device. Generally that's what we call a landing page that would be on your website, or it would be on a standalone funnel software. I've got some examples which I'll share in a second or two, but generally there'll be an image of the lead magnet. There'll be a option for them to, well, they'll read about the benefits of it, and then there'll be the form that they fill in their name and their email address to be able to obtain your lead magnet. Once they click the button to request it, they then are sent to a thank you page. And that thank you page generally will be on the same funnel or landing page software that you look to use. And again, we don't have to go overboard and make these overcomplicated or salesy. We're just thanking them essentially for that. And with my clients, I work closely with them with templates that we use to get these elements put into play really quickly. Once you've got your thank you page, the next step is your follow-up sequence, and that generally is an email sequence. The first email that goes out is welcoming them and giving them the link to download your lead magnet. Then, depending on how you wish to play this, you might have one or two further emails that go out. One telling them a little bit about your background or your what you do with your clients and things. So you're building a bit of a relationship with them. They're getting to know about you and who you serve, what you do, and what your processes are. And then you might have a value-based email that goes out, not selling in any way, but just it might be, and actually it should be, based around the topic of your lead magnet. So you drill into something a little bit more. And then following on from that, I would recommend that you've got emails going out to your list on a regular basis, because at the very end point, and when it comes to it, well, fitness businesses, but any business, I believe that one of our number one asset is our list. If we can grow our list and then we can communicate with our list through sending them emails, we're building rapport, we're showcasing our skills and our authority. And then when we've got a new program or product launching and we notify our list, 80% of your sales will be made through that. So it stops us having to be worried about selling via social media, which generally doesn't work as well as it used to, because we're trying to sell to a cold audience. Whereas when you're selling to people that are on your email list who already know you, that are much more warmer, dare I say it, hot audience who are ready to pull the trigger and invest in whatever program you've got coming up. And the fifth element is having a lead gen system marketing plan. If I think back to the early days when I got started, I got a few clients in right out the gate because people who knew me already. When they they achieved their goals, or they went away or whatever, they came to the end of their time, it was like, oh, I need new clients. And it was like a roller coaster. I would then focus on my marketing, get some marketing put out there, generate new clients, happy days, working with those clients. Then you drop a couple of clients for whatever reason, and suddenly you need to fill their spots, and the marketing roller coaster comes into play again. We want to avoid that. So having a systemized lead generation system that can be automated predominantly, that's constantly making you visible, and it's driving leads into the process, it just makes the whole process so much simpler. So these are the 5 elements that ultimately you would want to be looking to build towards. And again, as I say, when I'm working with clients, we sit down, we figure out what the lead magnet's going to be. They give me guidance and direction on what they want within the whole plan, and then I help them build that. We either do that in a done with you approach, where they like to tinker and they want to learn how to do that, or we do it as a done for you approach in that, hey, I know I need this. I've got no want or desire to be able to, or I don't even have the time to build this out. Can you do this for me? And I do that with clients as well. But when it comes to the resources that you can potentially use, there's a whole heap of ones out there, and but these are just a few of ones that I've used personally, and I turn to time and time again. I've used ActiveCampaign. That's to where I can collect and host all my contact details, have my pipelines in there, and emails go out. I actually use ConvertKit now. I prefer their how they design things and how and the ease of use, I guess, and the support. ActiveCampaign is equally good, and it's like any tool. You know, there's tools for all sorts and all manners of jobs, and it's finding one that you feel most comfortable with. And at this moment in time, I enjoy using ConvertKit for my emails, my landing pages, and the likes. ClickFunnels is perhaps more universally known. Great, a good piece of software. Love the story of Russell Brunson, the owner, etc. But I just find at times that can be a little bit clunky and a bit buggy, and the likes. I'm Funler is new to the marketplace, and I love the simplicity of their flow and the ease of use. So that's what I'm trialing a lot more at the moment, and it integrates nicely with ConvertKit and ActiveCampaign. And high level are known as well. There's a lot of elements there, so that they're just some of them. But for me, at this moment, and for full transparency, I'm using ConvertKit and Funneler as my tools of choice. For Funneler, for my landing page, I can build my products in there. I actually use 5 themes and their software, but again, rather than using a lot of different things, I'm finding that Funneler are really moving through the gears and providing the place for hosting your courses, your video libraries, your email list, and so on. Sales handling, payment processing, and all that. So I'm liking where they're going at the moment. So they're my option for that side, and I use still at this moment in time ConvertKit for my emails and that, but potentially down the line I could move it all to Funnel. Well, I'll have to wait and see on that. But hopefully I've given you some guidance on this, on the importance of having a lead magnet, how to think about what type of lead magnet that you can look to put into play, what you would need, so the marketing system you would need to put into play, and I've shared with you some potential resources that you can use to make all this happen. And of course, as I say, utilizing the power of Canva and outsourcing to somebody on Fiverr or on Upwork, or even locally you might know, that can design your lead magnet is key. If you've got any questions, please comment below, or you can alternatively email me at andrew@andrewwallis.me. That's Andrew, and Wallis is WALLIS .me, me. So andrew@andrewwallis.me. You can get me on social media at Andrew Wallis HQ. If you put that into Google, you'll find me on Facebook and also Instagram. And you can get me on Twitter, Andrew Wallis, on that, by all means. If you're interested to learn more about, or you've got questions on lead magnets and how to build out a lead generation funnel, then again, I'll put some details in the description below this video so that you can access them. And if you want to jump on a 15-minute consultation to get an idea of what would work best for you, that you can go away and look to utilize, then fantastic. Take me up on that offer as well. But I'll leave you with that today, and I will catch you up very soon with another masterclass in the Fitness Marketing 101 series. So bye for now.